We're back.
Gee, I wonder if Peggy has a hat like ours. I wonder if she's
will she wear it?
I
do. She does. Absolutely.
We're the Wildflowers.
Yes.
And I'm Judy.
I'm Carol.
With a
Peggy.
hat.
Well, the reason we're wearing these is, oh my gosh, it's a long story, but this young woman named Cindy, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Had reached out to me, and she actually was in my writer's workshop that I taught at when we had the bookstore. She's such a beautiful writer. Cindy, I love your writing. I hope you're still writing. But she's also knitting hats for the protests for women to wear. Mm-hmm. And so she said, I'd be happy to send them to you. I was like, oh my gosh.
So what's the story with the red hat? Because I know about the blue bunny hat. Because of the little 5-year-old boy.
We'll have to ask Cindy, because I'm not sure.
I thought you said something about Norway.
Well, I sent you the picture from Norway, but yeah, that was where I guess they started. They created.
And remember during the Women's March they had the pink,
the pussy hats.
Pussy hats, yes. So we have to look this up, but I mean they will get good use.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot to protest these days.
And it's very cold here.
And it's very cold.
Yes.
And we have I'm sorry,
no, go ahead.
I said we have pretty good reasons to protest.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pretty good reasons for Alex Pretty and Renee Good.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't forget that.
No, exactly.
I had ordered these pins before they killed Alex Pretty. So the pins were Be Good. Mm-hmm. And then then a couple of weeks later they killed him. I said, oh, they'll probably come out with a pretty good pin.
But yeah, it's and there's sometimes just no words. But anyway, thank you, Cindy.
Yes, thank you, Cindy. It was very kind of you.
And these will be ideal. And she makes these, and she refused any money, but she did suggest if I wanted to, that if we wanted to, we could donate to a cause that makes sense, which, we did. So.
Well, you did. I'll chip in with you.
No, we did. You do the posters. You do a lot of things. You go when you can go. We work as a team. It's totally fine. And so, but Cindy, what?
Said go team.
But thank you. But don't be insulted because it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
It is.
And
it is warm in here.
We'll take off all our clothes.
We'll take off all our Thank you again, Cindy.
Thank you.
So
this was
precious.
Lovely. I can't wait to wear. And we are thinking of going to a protest. I think coming up. The one that
the
you
21st of September.
February.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
Yes. I have it written down.
Yeah, I saw that you sent the text.
How bad
Yes,
is my hair now?
No, not bad at all.
You get it. You see, we had hat hair already, so it's okay. Don't judge us.
Yep. But today it's extremely cold when we're filming this, and it's also Super Bowl
Sunday.
Yes.
And I don't think any of us really watch the Super Bowl.
No, but I am going to watch the Super Bowl halftime show. I will watch it.
I probably won't. I just not that I have anything against it. I just don't really watch it usually.
Yeah, I do. I like to see what's up. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I'm like, really? But I want to see what he's going to say and do.
Did you watch any of the Olympics?
Yes, we watched a lot of it yesterday because the figure skating was on, and
I know. I do too, and the skate dancing.
Yeah, ice dancing.
Ice dancing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And with that. I love that. Yeah, Yuma. Oh, he was great.
And the short men's form was on. So today I had it on and it was like speed skating. I said, this is boring. It's like nothing's happening.
I watched a little of it too.
Yeah.
I want to see Lindsey Vonn's.
Didn't she have an accident?
I heard that this morning, but I didn't see it.
Oh, she's the skier, right?
She's the skier. She tore her ACL during practice runs, and she had to be helicopter lifted.
Right, and then when she got there, apparently she had a really awesome practice run.
Yes.
And then she didn't do so well.
I heard she crashed.
Sorry, Lindsay.
Yeah.
But that's heartbreaking.
But that is in her specialty, that part of it.
Okay.
That she didn't do well. The next one coming up is
I'm just impressed
downhill
with her drive,
her age, 41. I mean, awesome. I think that's amazing, and all these
I know.
years that you invest in this for,
I know.
you know, that's
I know.
the
The
thing.
singular focus, though, too, you know,
Right.
for them. That's it's
Yeah.
you know,
It's
it's
dedication.
heartbreaking when
It
you
takes
get this close and
dedication.
then you can't.
And money. It
do it.
also takes
Oh, yeah.
money. I
And
mean, that's
a lot
what-
of support from your family too.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. But, yeah.
So anyway, who's got wine?
Oh, we jumping right into that?
Oh, do we do
Oh.
wine first or book
Yeah,
first?
no, we do wine
No, we
first.
do
But
wine
no,
first.
I didn't know
Why?
if we were going to discuss
Oh, do you have
anything.
anything? No, I didn't really have anything other than just, I'm glad we all mentioned what happened in Minneapolis. You know, I
Yeah.
don't want it to pass by. I think it's shameful. I don't know,
Yeah.
we don't want to do a whole topic on it, but I just was shocked what happened. We all saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
And you have to believe your
Yeah.
eyes.
Believe what your
I was
eyes.
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
someone the other day, and she's a very, very nice woman, an acquaintance of mine. And there was another person there, and somehow it came up what's going on. And I was talking about, you know, what they're doing is, you know, wrong,
Criminal.
you know, criminal with the immigration policy that they have.
Mm.
And this woman said, no, but, you know, Peggy, they're getting all the criminals.
Oh, jeez.
They're only doing the criminals.
What is
And
she
I said
watching?
to her, that's why I can't believe. And I said, no, that's what they said they were going to do, but that's not what they're doing. They're rounding up people. No, they're not. They're not, Peggy. They're only going after the criminals. Seriously, like she believes this. And I said, they have quotas
yes.
of 3,000 a day. No, no.
But what she...
But she really believes it. And when I got home, she's a very nice person.
Right, right.
And when I got home, I thought, a lot of people, like, where is she getting her news?
Right. News, yeah.
Where is she getting it from? Even Fox News, you got to get little tidbits out of it of what he says and
right,
does.
Right, right.
So either she doesn't watch the news at all. I don't understand. And it's scary that there are people out there who are generally believe the lies
I want to know
without
what
questioning.
violent criminal act the little 5-year-old boy Liam committed
Right, right,
Mhm.
exactly.
to require
We stopped the conversation because it was inappropriate where we were.
Oh,
So I couldn't like start asking questions.
right, right.
But of course, all those things were running through my head. And then she actually said, you know, I love you both. Let's agree to disagree.
No, it can't
You
be
know,
that
I know.
anymore.
So I just walked away. And,
This is definitely something different from
It's
agreeing
not
to
a policy. It's not a
yeah.
policy difference.
Objectivity is not neutrality, and you
Oh,
can't.
wait, say that
I said
again.
objectivity is not neutrality, and the stated purpose for this administration said to get elected, they were going to take the hardened, worst of the worst criminals. I am for deport the murderers, deport the pedophiles, but oh wait, you can't because you
Oh, no,
probably
the
have to
president,
deport all
yeah.
of your administration
Yes,
for the most part
exactly.
out of here, but fine.
Right.
Take them, take the murderers, take, you know, the wife abusers, you know,
Yeah.
throw them away. But the rest,
Yeah.
you know, we can deal with that
That's
in the laws that we have set up. If they are doing legal jobs, supporting families, you know, in a peaceful way, making their appointments,
They
showing
show
up,
and they get arrested for showing
you know,
up.
let the process play out.
And if the bipartisan bill that got shut down because Trump didn't want it,
Right.
if that would have passed, that would have helped. They would have hired more border agents and immigration judges who are overwhelmed. It would have helped with that. It would have helped to fix
No.
the real problem.
No. I mean, really, I mean, when
Well,
people say,
I know.
it's
But
just,
there's a lot of xenophobic belief system behind this all too. You know, people are just, some people may just not care.
Right.
Because there is discrimination
yeah,
at the heart of all of this. And that was not, you know, where it comes from and where it's promoted was so evident just this past couple of days when the President of the United States posted on the White House page a picture of the former President Obama and his beautiful, lovely, respectable wife,
Right.
Michelle, as apes in a jungle.
Right.
And then double down on it.
Right.
It was disgusting. It's something everybody should not stand for.
Right. There's
I know.
no spines in his people that are, sticking up for him.
No.
In
The Republican Congress, they can't, if this was
spineless.
a Democratic
Oh, please.
president or a Democratic senator or
Yeah.
congressman, forget about it. They would have had him lynched
Yeah.
Absolutely.
on the
that's-
Capitol steps.
disgusting.
It
Every
would have been a
day
whole
put out there.
different ballgame.
Every day, and if you're,
I think he's
Yes.
jealous.
Oh,
I
he
think at the end of the day, he
absolutely
is
is.
jealous at how classy and genuinely loved the president and his wife is
Right.
when they compare to how many people despise him and his wife.
right.
Because we do.
He wants all the celebrities to love him too. He wants
Yeah.
to be part of that gang, and they all hate his guts.
Right. Well, here's the thing that also is like every day it's something new with him because it's chaos. Is he lowering your bills? No.
Nope.
Is he going after the worst of the worst?
No. Little Liam 5-year-old with the blue bunny hat.
Yeah. But he just shows who he is because he's holding hostage the Hudson Tunnel project.
I
He will
know.
not give, unless they put his name on Penn
Penn
Station and Dulles
That's
Airport.
right,
yeah.
That's the only reason. It's
So
about
yeah,
him.
people put people out of work
It's
unless
about his
I
ego.
get my legacy on every building that I want.
And not only putting people out of work, you're endangering lives in that
Yes.
tunnel
Yes.
because it's going to collapse sooner
Yeah.
or later. It might not be within the next 4 or 5 years, but it's dangerous,
Right.
and it's all about his ego.
And
He's
the damage,
despicable.
it's international because I did watch the opening ceremony of the Olympics, and when
I heard.
it was Vance got booed tremendously, but our athletes got booed.
Oh, that's not
Our
fair.
athletes got booed too.
That's not fair.
And it shouldn't have been done, but it was a message of frustration. I get it. I
Right.
get why they did it.
Right.
Some of the athletes spoke out. I heard it this
Right.
morning on the news, saying that I'm not doing this for him.
Right.
I don't have to agree. I love my country. I don't have to agree with what's going
Thank you for
on.
saying that. I'm
But
glad
Yeah.
they did
one
it.
more thing
And
that he's
NBC
muddied
took
up.
down the booing.
Yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah,
I
NBC
heard that.
took down the booing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I had to watch it on a different international channel,
Mm-hmm.
which had it aired properly. But you won't catch it on NBC because now most of our media is owned by
Yeah.
sycophants to the president.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And see, it's such a shame too, and it's not as big of other things that he's done, but these athletes, like we were talking about, have worked their asses off, and now they've got this to sully their time for this big
know.
moment in their lives.
Oh, we should
Thank
have
you,
some
Donald
wine.
Trump.
I know.
Anyway, absolutely. Well,
When you got that out.
Natasha told me she thought we had this already.
Oh, let me see what it's called.
The Walking Fool.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I sent you.
Is this the Donald Trump
I
one?
I've had this bottle for a while, and I think I might have shown it to her, and then we had to cancel the podcast. So
So you drink it.
yeah, no. So I hung on to the bottle, and so because I love the name of it.
Looks light, pretty.
Stop. Me next. Thank you.
You're not eager, are you?
Yes, I am. We did a lot of venting. I needed this now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But it had to be that we just have to, we can't be silent. It's
Well,
remember.
because I wanted
Don't
to
be
bring up
neutral.
something else that he's doing
Oh,
for
please
his
do. We have
ego.
wine now, so you can
When
do
he
it.
went marching and sent the FBI into Georgia to take all the ballots.
Led by
God.
Tulsi.
That's
Tulsi Gabbard.
also,
The Tulsi,
he's
yeah.
doing that to protect his legacy because he wants to, he's insisting that he won. He cannot
You
die.
lost. You lost.
He cannot die without,
Sorry,
he's finding
Louis.
proof that he really won that election.
He lost
And
the election.
and they even said, even in the past, he's admitted that he lost,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want.
He
that
can
to be-
rewrite
yeah.
history, and that's what he wants
Oh,
to
God.
do.
Oh please.
God help America.
Okay.
God.
Let's see.
God save America. That's what let's toast to.
Yes.
God.
Or
Well, somebody.
women save America.
That's right.
Women. All right.
Use
right,
your
let's go.
power.
Oh, this smells delicious.
It does smell good. I really
Yes.
I want to know about this.
Well, you're
The
going to
walking
hear about it.
fool.
I've got notes. All right. I guess we're sipping it.
I went in.
I got.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I
know why.
Yes, right away I like it. This is
wow,
lovely.
spicy.
I
Spicy.
know.
I got that thing in my jaw.
I got it right up
where
here.
It's tightened up.
Oh, you get it up there?
Yeah, well, sometimes, but this one right up. Ooh.
Woo. Well, let me talk about it a little bit. So it's the Walking Fool. Hung on to
It's
this
very
book.
nice.
It's very good.
You know, you never expect, sometimes with these, okay. It's a must-try for fans of the rich, bold style. And I was concerned when I was pointing
Yeah, because it looks so light.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
I
not
thought it
rich,
was going to
but
be
I'm
light.
bold.
So, all right, so do you want to guess what grapes are?
Oh God.
What grapes? Red ones?
Grapes.
Red
Well,
grapes,
well, what-
wine grapes.
Well, all right, so there's Zinfandel
Oh,
Oh,
hence
that's what
the
you're-
color.
and,
Wait.
okay, I won't say the other one.
I don't know a lot of grapes.
Wait, you sound like we're crossing the street.
I'll leave this
wait.
to Peggy, because I don't know a lot of grapes.
I'm going to say Zinfandel and
Don't you?
Pinot Noir.
Are you gonna guess?
No.
Petite Syrah.
Oh, that's the spiciness.
That is. That's,
Because I was reading about Syrah. And
Syrah.
usually they said if you have a peppery wine, it's because it's Syrah.
Oh,
Now,
really?
can I ask a question? Is Syrah the same as Shiraz?
I believe it is.
Is- oh,
I've
really?
never really cleared that up 100%.
Well, get on
But-
it, Peggy.
Yes, I
Yes.
will, but I'm pretty
We
sure
should have
that
a
they're the
taste test
same
of a Syrah and a
varietal.
Shiraz, because I like Shiraz, and
Yeah.
I was like, I think it's the
I like
same.
Shiraz
I think
too.
it is the same.
So it's,
That'll be our next one we'll do.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Well,
So
I
it's,
can't do the next
oh
one.
yeah, no.
Because I have the next one.
Yeah, well, another one, okay. So it's named for the Wagner family's great-great-grandfather.
Oh, the Wagner family, that's a big vineyard.
She's so
They do
good.
because we've done other wines from the Wagner family.
Okay, I
believe
believe you.
Wow.
See, she remembers stuff. Johannes Gloss, known as the Walking Fool. So, let's see.
Johannes Bluff
No,
is a place? What?
Gloss, G-L-O-S. And it's known as the Walking Fool. It's around the exciting Suisun Valley, AVA. Suisun Valley.
Where is that?
I don't know.
Is it Oregon?
Suisun Valley. Does it say?
It is
Don't look at the.
No, it's
So-
California.
California.
Oh, okay.
We
All
just
right.
look at those.
So, all right. So now, can you tell me what notes you taste?
Oh, I can never do that.
Pepper.
Oh, come on! You do that
Okay.
all the time.
Pepper. Definitely pepper. No?
Yeah, I felt there was peppery taste.
Here it is a peppery taste, I
There's a
think so.
lot of different flavors in this, according to this one.
Okay, so it's going to be dark cherries.
Blueberry.
black cherries. Yep.
No blueberry?
Oh, black cherries, not dark.
That's okay. Ripe raspberries, not just
Oh.
raspberries, but ripe
Ripe ones.
raspberries. Layered beneath a darker intrigue of espresso-laced earthiness.
Lovely.
It's very,
I
very
could drink
nice.
this
I
all
really
day.
like this.
Roasted cocoa and spiced vanilla.
I love
Wow.
this.
The
It's
pal-
very good. I'm
the-
going to get this one.
The palate is silken, seamless, yet bold. The fruit surges forward, a rush of juicy raspberry and blackberry compote. Beneath the opulence, finely knit tannins, the Petite Syrah contribution, provide structure without domination. Isn't that nice?
That's a
Without
nice, yes.
The mid palate is juicy yet refined, finishing along with traces of baking spice, toasted caramel,
Oh.
and mocha. It is a full-throttled gem that, despite its power, is designed to be accessible now.
So it's a red blend
Mm-hmm.
and a Zinfandel.
Right. So, first of all, what's the alcohol content?
Oh, I'm going to say 12%.
I'm going to say 13 and a half.
Peggy's very close.
She always does.
13.8.
Okay.
Okay.
Price
Wow,
wise,
it was
Zinfandel
pretty good.
and Syrah.
Petite Syrah.
Petite
I don't know
Syrah.
if that matters or not, the petite, but
I guess the
And
grapes
where
are
did you buy
tiny.
this?
I'm so glad I didn't sip this one.
Where did you buy this?
This, I'm not 100% sure because I've had it for a while.
Oh, like,
I think it might be Stu Leonard's.
oh, okay, because I will look
maybe.
there, because I buy
Right.
this
So you don't know how much it is?
I do know how much it
How
is.
much?
That I looked up and I was like, well, what's the price point?
Okay, so let's guess.
Okay.
How
Oh.
much this is a really nice one. I'm
I
going to
think-
say $19.99 or $18.99.
Yeah, I was going to say 18, so I'll say $17.99.
$30.
Oh,
Look at
it's
that.
over my price
That's why it's so
limit,
good.
but it's. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
That
I
would
will
be for a
buy
gift.
this.
That's a good gift to give to someone.
30 to 30.
Yeah, I'll buy it for Jessica. She
Yeah.
would really like this.
That's a good one for definitely as a gift. Like, cause you spend a lot of money sometimes for a
I
wine,
know.
and I don't buy that price point normally, so I don't know if it's good or not.
Right, I
Price
know
point,
it's scary. Like
you know.
one of them in here, because I try to write them down again. I used to. And I know it, like we didn't even give it like 5 Wildflowers, and it was like a $60 bottle of wine. And I said, oh, that's disappointing.
It is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how many Wildflowers?
Oh, a 5.
Oh, 5 definitely.
Wow.
5
Yeah,
and a half.
This was
Whoa.
this is excellent.
Yes, I really like it.
Extra
done
point for
good.
the bottle.
You did.
And
And the label is great.
It's so up your alley.
Camus Suson.
Camus.
Camus?
C-A-Y.
Yeah.
M-U-S.
Oh, Camus. That's right.
Camus? It sounds like you want to ask us a question. Camus?
Oh, it's lovely. I love
Looking for.
it. Good job. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I hung on to this.
I never heard of the Susan Valley.
I know, right?
No, I never did either.
Anyway, so
It's a
that's
good one.
that.
All right. So should we move on to the book?
Or yes, Peggy
yes,
does the
I
book.
have the book.
Yep,
Oh, then I do the topic.
correct.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I have
Yes.
the books.
Ooh.
Wow.
These
I
are
didn't
the
take a
3 books
picture.
that I read in January.
I recognize 2 of them.
I know.
Yay.
Wait, I've got to take a picture now. Okay.
2 of them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 2 of them have already been reviewed on this podcast by Judy. These, the last one, Judy's last one, I think,
Yes.
was the correspondent.
Yes.
I loved it. And so I'm not going to go through the whole review because she
Right.
already did it. But I just love the way that her life was revealed to you as you were reading the letters that she was writing to other people in her life.
I was so happy you
And
liked
I love the way it ended. She made the right decision as far as I
Me
am
too.
concerned.
I agree.
I don't want to say too much, but it was really, I mean, I read it so quickly too. It was one of those books, oh, I'm finished with what I'm doing. I can sit down and read now for
Yes.
hours. And I was reading at night when I normally would be watching TV. I said, no, I'm not going to turn on the TV yet.
Yeah.
So The Correspondent by Virginia Evans.
Yes.
I think it's still #1 on the bestsellers
Is
list.
it? Oh, good. It's
Yeah,
just
It was like a week
it's
ago.
doing
so,
well.
Now,
and this is her debut
her
novel.
debut. I gave it 4.5 Wildflowers. What would you say?
I would do 5. I really,
Yeah.
really liked it. And in
Good.
the beginning, reading her letters, I didn't like her.
Yes, me too.
I was like, I don't really like you very much. You're a little full of yourself and a little snooty.
Yes.
But as she revealed her life, I really started liking her, and I was rooting for her
Me too.
to get out and live her life, because she didn't live a life
She didn't.
after she retired. So anyway, The Correspondent, great book.
Now this is yours.
Yes.
right?
Would you like to have it to
I'm
read?
I'm not sure how soon
It's
I can.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah.
Enchanted, Judy reviewed well over a year ago,
Yes.
I guess.
By Renee
And
Denfeld.
Renee Denfeld, and I remember saying to you when you reviewed it, and I said, well, I am very against capital punishment. And you said to me, well, you're going to change your mind.
No, I said it could help, or something like that. I was like, it helped change my mind about capital punishment. It's made me see it in a different way.
All this time while I was reading it, I said, why did Judy think it was going to change my mind? This was such a horrific story of what, even like the worst person in the world, how on death row, and how they are treated, and the reasons why they're there, and why they did the
Right.
things that they did.
Heartbreaking.
It
Heartbreaking.
really is. And this is another one that I loved the ending of the book.
Yeah.
The main character in the book is this woman who goes to death row, and she tries to get new trials
She's
for
a death
people
row
on death row.
investigator, which is what Renee
Right.
Denfeld is trained in. She was a death row
Oh,
investigator.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really highly recommend this, but I have to say, it's a pretty disturbing story. There are horrible things
Yes.
happening in prisons that people just close their eyes to.
Absolutely.
And it's
and horrible things
It's
happening
happening-
in life too, in the corners of our society that we don't
Yes.
poke around enough in.
yeah, exactly.
And I'm thinking, you know what I'm
it's
thinking
that
about?
overlooked communities.
What do you
Yeah.
think? Oh, you're talking about in the book?
Yeah,
Oh,
she knows.
Yeah.
She knows what I'm. Remember when, you know, and the man who's being executed, she's investigating,
And what?
it says, they didn't just come for your mother. Remember that scene?
Yes, of course, yeah. And it's just, I really highly recommend it. And then right before this and right after it, read a more upbeat book.
That's good advice
Because
that's a dark place, but it's a necessary place.
I read this one right after I read this one,
What's
Demon Copperhead. It won the Pulitzer Prize, Barbara Kingsolver.
Wow.
It's a big book. It's like 530 something
Let's
pages.
see the print.
The
Oh, it's
yeah,
kinda small
it's
print.
a big book. It took me quite a while to
I
read
know,
it.
because every once in a while you would say, I'm still reading that.
Well, I started reading it when I was in Virginia for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
It was on my daughter's
It's February
bookshelf.
now.
And I took it off, I started reading it, and then I had to come home, and my daughter said, you could bring it. I said, no, she hadn't finished it. Excuse me. So I said, no, you finish it, I will get it out of the library. So I got home, and the library had a long waiting list for it, and I went to the bookstore, and they were out of it, and they were waiting for an order, and then Christmas came, blah, 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 so I finally picked it up. Again, I got it at the bookstore, and this is another one. It's a very, very sad, disturbing story that's told with, at times, such good humor. And the voice of the person telling the story is, it's about opioid addiction.
Oh.
It's about poverty in rural areas, that are often overlooked. The schools are terrible, and it's about the foster care system. So there's all these three deadly sins,
Wow.
And it's another book. I was happy at the end of the book that there was a ray of sunshine in it, because so many devastating things happened to this young man who was narrating the story. But as I said, he does tell the story with some humor and with grace, and
That's a gift.
really opens up your eyes. It takes place in Virginia, near the West Virginia
Oh, is
border.
that funny? You got it in Virginia.
Yes, and near the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and it's rural in the Appalachian Mountains. And I do leave yourself some time to read it too, because it is a big one, but it's a great. I enjoyed it very much.
What would you rate?
I would rate it because it was too long, I thought.
Okay.
Oh, there are parts that you felt wasn't necessarily moving the story
Yeah,
along?
I don't know. I guess all of it was pertinent to the story,
Oh, okay.
but I don't like really big books anymore because I'm
There's too
getting
much to
older.
read.
I know I have so many other books I have to read, and I'm not going to live that long. So, well, as compared to somebody
Well.
who is like
Okay.
probably in their 30s. But anyway, I guess I would give it. I would give it 4.5 Wildflowers.
What about the Enchanted? You didn't rate
This
that?
5.
Yes, thank you. I said the same
5.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you think about her writing? Isn't
I
she
loved
lovely
her writing. She is. She's a very good writer.
Right.
And yeah, I loved it. I'm gonna say, God, out of
Can I
the
just
3
say
of them,
something? Yeah, go ahead.
out of the 3 of them.
Oh, wait, let us guess.
Okay.
The correspondent.
Enchanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Enchanted.
See,
It's
I
a book-
thought she
even
wanted
though it was
It's going to stay
heartbreaking.
with you. This book will stay with you, and you'll think
Yeah.
about it. And now,
Yeah.
it may not have changed your mind, but did it make you think
Changed my
about
mind. I was always
No.
against capital punishment.
Right. And did it make you think about it though in a different way? Like in certain, because it made me think about things in a different way with capital punishment.
Why did you used to think in some cases it was appropriate?
I didn't have an issue with it, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I had an issue with it. with the one that
hadn't-
she was investigating.
Yeah.
And then the man, I forget his name now, but with the book, you know, his favorite book.
They don't tell you his
They
name
don't tell
until
you
the
that-
very end.
till the
You
end.
don't know which
Right.
convict they're talking
Right,
about.
and I was like, oh, I would hate for these.
I know.
But then I don't know what's worse, to stay there.
Yeah.
It was horrible there too.
was
They
horrible.
never got to go outside to
And
see
remember
the sun.
the younger people
Oh.
that would come in.
God. I know. The
It's
poor
a-
boy, 16 years old, arrested and put in that prison for shoplifting.
Yeah.
I believe it
Was
was
he black?
shoplifting. I don't know. They don't
they
really,
don't really
go
go-
into it
Oh,
there.
really?
They don't
wasn't
do
about the
race.
race?
No,
Oh,
not,
Yeah.
they really don't. It
But
was-
most people on death row are, well, this kid wasn't on death row, but he
No,
was in the prison.
In the prison system.
And it was a horrible prison, and he was being raped all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know. So, yeah, there's a lot of rape going on in prison.
So that's your favorite one?
Well, it's my favorite one because, as Judy said, this will stay with me.
It will stay
Right.
with
I
you.
mean, there are stories behind everybody who has committed a horrendous crime.
100%.
You know, and it's probably not a happy story.
I
you
love
know,
how
it's
the author reminds us of that too.
Yeah.
And she does it in not a preachy way.
No,
You know,
not at
she's
all.
not a judgmental way. It's and it's just, and her writing is so crisp. Like I
Uh-huh.
said, she packs a lot in a very small book.
Yeah, it is. It's a small book.
And a
It's
quick read, and I think it's a gift that she could do that. I love Renee Denvaz. You know, I've read 3 of her
Right,
books
yeah.
already. I've got 2 more at home waiting to go. I love it.
Yeah, it's
So-
only 269 pages.
You see how it's just so awesome that we're doing this podcast, because I love how excited we get about books
Yeah.
and what we've learned. Like, you've got 3 of them here,
Yes,
and
in
your
this month.
energy
Yeah.
is just and I think you should mention what you did that inspired you.
Oh,
Yeah, if
I'm
you don't
glad that
mind.
you reminded me. No. So after Judy reviewed this book, even before I read it, we were talking about things for the new year, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to change in our lives or add to our lives. And I had done the Doce Uvas
Yes.
thing with my 12 things that I wanted to, put back into my life or add to my life. And then I put in number 13 after Judy reviewed this book. I put in to write more letters.
Physical letters.
Physical, snail mail letters
Right.
to people. So I've done 3 already.
I don't remember getting one.
No, you didn't.
I got all 3.
The last one I didn't mail yet. It's
Oh.
I'm going to mail it tomorrow. I wrote it yesterday.
Good for
And
you.
it's to Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
Oh, I
awesome.
love it.
Because I started watching The View to take a break from the news because I was like all about hours and hours of CNN and MSNBC and ABC.
Right.
And it started making me rageful. So one morning I put on The View and I said, oh my God, I'm getting the news because
Right.
they talk about current events.
Yes.
But I'm getting it from 5 very smart, articulate women who are using their voices
Right.
to educate Americans.
And we'll see how long that will be allowed, because
Yeah, so I wrote her a letter and I just thanked her for using her voice to speak out against this current administration
That
and
was
how
great.
they're destroying
I love
our
that you
democracy.
did that.
Right.
I
So-
love it. I love
Yeah.
that.
very cool. Well,
So,
Peggy,
and I spoke for a very long time.
That's
but no,
okay.
you had 3 books to cover. You
I did.
But I thank you, Peggy. That's pretty awesome.
And I'm so glad you like those books.
I did. I
Yeah.
really did.
Good.
And I think I read one of her other books, The Child Finder.
Yes, which I reviewed here.
I'm pretty sure I read that book years ago.
'Cause
So
I think
it
you
might
even
not be
said
the
that
same
to-
book. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, it's your turn for
It's
the
my
topic.
turn for the topic. So, first of all, I'm using my new notebook because I finished this one.
Oh, okay, yay.
Peggy got this for me for Christmas.
Grocery
Yeah.
list of plans for...
Right, grocery list and plans for world
Yeah, that was
domination.
a year ago I
It
bought
was.
that for you.
Right, my girls bought me this one. It's all fulfilled, so I started this one. Okay, so where am I going with this one? It's related to a book as well. So my topic is, what happened to communication in this world? I hear a lot about, and you probably hear the same thing, if we're so divisive as a nation, if people just talk to each other, we could solve things. And I want to add another layer to that. I think what good is talking to each other if we do not know how to talk to each other.
That's a trick. Not a trick per se, but it's very tricky because our emotions get so.
We all have our camps, we all have our ideals, right? We all kind of buckle down into what we...
Sure, you're firm in your beliefs. Usually, most people are firm in what they believe.
Right. And so I'm going to skip around a little bit. I'll jump into, I read this book. It made me think, it's something I've been wanting to read for a while. It came out in 2024. It's called Supercommunicators. It's by Charles Duhigg, Duhigg. He wrote his first, this is his third book, I believe. It's called The Power of Habit was his first one.
Okay.
And then his second book, that he has got it written here. This is not a review, is called The Smarter, Faster, Better. That was the second book.
Well, it's a smarter,
Smarter,
faster, better.
She said it really fast.
I did.
Smarter, faster, better.
Yeah. So, and he gave it, there's a lot of examples mixed in here based on real situations and so forth. And he talked to give an example of how, people with these gifts can also help facilitate change, can help facilitate people to understand different points of view, right? If you just know how to communicate. And there was this one example he used about a jury trial. It involved a man named Leroy Reed, I believe. And so I'm going to go to this page because Mr. Reed was on trial he was a former felon, I should just say. He was a felon, had been freed for 9 years, and he had lived a very, normal life for the most part. No problems. He always checked in with his parole officer. No other issues. But he was on trial for possession of a weapon, which as a felon, you're not supposed to have a weapon, right? So at the defense, he says his defense counsel tells the jury is his first thing. He's not going to challenge the statute. The statute is what it is, right? He's just going to say he didn't know. He didn't have the mental capacity, essentially, to understand what he's doing. The statute doesn't have an intent, component to it. It's like, there's elements. Were you a felon?
Right.
Yes. Were you in possession of a weapon? Yes.
It's black and white, yeah.
Right? But he wanted everyone to have the context of it. So he said, this is what he said. Reed had been trying to get a steady job for years when one day he saw an advertisement in a magazine for a private detective correspondence course. He mailed the required $20 and in return received a fat envelope containing a tin badge and instructions telling to, among other things, exercise regularly and buy a pistol. Reed followed the directions scrupulously. He jogged most mornings, and about a week after receiving the envelope, took the bus to a sporting goods store.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, and filled out the appropriate paperwork, and then walked out with a .22 caliber pistol.
Is that easy to be a private detective?
This was an advertisement. He doesn't have the mental capacity.
Right.
He's reading this, and he's like, "Oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
It's just $20, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
I follow instructions, and this is what it says." So he says afterwards he went home and put the weapon still in its box in his closet. He never took it out. As far as he could tell, he never touched it again. So the purchase of the gun would likely have gone unnoticed, except one day he was hanging around the courthouse hoping someone might hire him to solve a crime. When a police officer asked for identification, Reed handed over the only item in his pocket bearing his name, the bill of sale from the sporting goods store. And the police officer asked him, "Are you carrying this weapon?" "No, go get it and bring it to me." So he went home and brought it
carrying.
to him. And now he's a felon in possession of a weapon.
That sounds a little bit like entrapment to me too.
But there are now 12 jurors, and luckily for Mr. Reed, the foreman of the jury was what's known as a supercommunicator. Somebody who can understand the conversations and get your point across even to those people who may be very opposed to your viewpoint, right? And so there was a holdout on this jury, this man named Carl, who was a firefighter, very prideful in his job. He was very practical minded, and there were interviews with him because these all came about a study. So they had access to his son, afterwards and so forth. He had passed away in 2000, but he was the holdout on this jury. And Carl was like, basically, he felt for him. He wasn't, cold-hearted,
Yeah.
but the law is the law.
Right.
And the way practical people think is, people start disobeying the law. In his line of work as a firefighter, that could cost lives, right? That could be chaos. That could be anarchy.
Right.
Right? And so understanding as they talk, and he got them to draw ahead, to draw out stories and sharing of yourself in stories. And what the foreman did was, he was a professor, and he was just saying, I get what you're saying, essentially. It's like, I agree, there's a lot going on in this world. I had a female student come to work on her way to class, got attacked and mugged. Another female student last month got raped on the college campus. It's the male students are even getting mugged. There's a lot happening here, and I get it. And then how he explained it, he says, I think this is a good law, Carl, and I don't want to say or do anything that suggests that I don't take this law seriously. Part of what's motivating me is that I have a lot of other things to do. This is finals week, and he's got a lot of work at the university. What's more, my students have been the victims of crime. A week ago, a woman in one of my classes walked into class. Well, I said, what I want to do my civic duty. I've got a lot of other things to do. I come down here to the courthouse, and the DA gives me this case, and in spite of this awesome room, and these very serious people, and in spite of their lovely dog and pony show, and the legal rigmarole, I'm sitting to myself thinking, this is Mickey Mouse. I mean, I really don't feel that this is a justified expenditure of my time, right? And they could be putting a thief behind bars, or a rapist, or a murderer. Instead, they're debating whether Leroy Reed, someone who poses no real threat to public safety, should go to jail. Which he got Carl to admit that he agrees he doesn't pose a public threat.
Yeah.
Right? They took another vote after this. Unanimous, not guilty.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that's such a good lesson all of us could do. They also did studies about, they took I'm not going to read that part, but NRA advocates, real staunch gun believers, and those really opposed to it, and they taught them the tools of conversation and how to do it.
Wow.
And the results were very surprising. And so I think this book is a very good read. Anyway, I thought it was very good, but
that's great.
It just it made me think about the initial problem that I've always kind of moaned about, and I'm going to feel like such an old fart when I talk about this. I said, but basically for all the technological advances, we're losing the very essence of what makes us connect as
You're
humans.
not an old fart. I totally, well, I'm an old fart too,
Right?
then.
Phones, which are supposed to bring us together. We all have a phone here. We all
I
have
think
them up
it
here.
separates us more than it brings
does,
us together.
because we don't use it to call. We use it to
Right.
text. We use it to email, because texting is faster. It's less personal.
And now you don't get I got an email in response to something. It wasn't okay. It used to be OKAY. Then it got to be OK. Now I just get K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're losing
Yeah.
our writing, but we're losing
Yeah.
all of the nuances in between. So it's like, wake up. We're getting further apart.
Because
Right.
you don't know what somebody's really saying behind. Sometimes I can take offense to it, and it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
But but go ahead.
Well,
I'm
we
sorry.
talked about that when you talked about the correspondent and letter writing.
Yeah.
And because you have to sit down. Like if I would have sent an email to Whoopi Goldberg, I would have just said, thank you so much for using your voice to speak out. But I was sitting at my kitchen table thinking about how I felt about what that show made me feel. And
You took your time.
yes, you
Deliberate.
take your time. You did. Like I thought about what I wanted to say. I even did a draft because I had done it. I still don't have writing paper, but I have note cards that Jessica had bought me. And they were Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So it was perfect. So it makes you like stop and think about it. A text, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense because you're using the microphone and then you say, oh my God, what did I just say to that person?
So you said something really important, which made me think about it last time when we were texting about writing paper. You can't find stationery really anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Even in Office Max or Staples,
Yeah,
I know.
you
boring
really
stuff.
can't find good quality stationery. I used to work at a Hallmark store when I was a teenager. Stationery was like the biggest thing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We would have like a wall dedicated to
Yep.
stationery.
Yeah.
You can't find that. They're not encouraging us to do it.
No,
It's not
they
profitable.
sell it like printer size, like for like printing out something
Right.
on it. Because I ordered writing paper and I thought that's what it was, and it was 8.5 by 11.
Right.
Wow.
And I said, that's not writing paper.
No.
I'm not going to write a letter on that paper.
Right.
So I returned it.
Right.
So,
It's hard to find it, and so I had some here, like texts or emails. They're quick thoughts that we do in lieu of personal, deliberate thoughts and connections, which is what you were saying. You have more meaningful connections when you speak with somebody or you write down. You take the time to write down because you're writing down, and if you follow what the correspondent, the narrator was saying, you ask a question afterwards, right? And you encourage the conversation.
yeah, you
To play
encourage
out.
them to respond to it.
Exactly. Whereas a lot of times with texts and emails, we're just getting our point across.
Yeah.
Boom. I've said what I need to say, done.
Right.
And we feel that that's a connection. Social media, to that vein, is a lie. There's nothing social about social media.
No, you're
For sure.
absolutely right.
We are being lied to with this.
Yeah.
Facebook encourages artificial imagery, not face-to-face conversations. It's who can speak the loudest in the room, right? TikTok encourages viewership. Right? Likes this, like this, share this. It's not, and what are a lot of these TikTok people do? And I don't have TikTok, but I've seen people, they'll send me things, is, people talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How is that furthering
You're talking
communication?
to an audience that you don't even know who you're talking to.
Exactly. So I think our youth are interacting less with each other. It's causing problems socially. It's causing problems, romantically. They don't know how to really interact in this way with each other. And the way they're learning to communicate is scary. They're seeing on a regular basis, think about it, bullies. Who's communicating regularly? Bullies.
Yeah.
The loudest person in the room, right, wins power because they are the ones speaking
With
the
the
loudest.
loudest voices, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what their kids are learning. And not, POTUS is an example of that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was thinking this morning about languages and learning languages, and this random thought popped in my head, and I said, oh, Donald Trump speaks more than one language. He speaks English and hate speech.
Yeah.
That's his other language.
That's my second one here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the youth is also using divisiveness. That's what they're learning, divisiveness. That is a way for them to have a social identity. What camp are you on? Publicize this. I am MAGA. I am against ICE. I am, against Donald Trump. I'm on this or this team or that team. That's the way that they're being taught. That's what our youth is learning.
Yeah.
Divisiveness as a tool for connection. But that's just going to keep everybody separate.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So we are also, due to social media, our youth is learning less patience.
Oh, yeah.
We are an instant gratification person.
Yeah.
We're not taking the time to learn more about this back and forth, what really makes a person. It's instant gratification.
Yep.
5-second clips or whatever the clips are, or X amount of tweet, whatever it is. Do it all in this quick thing. Something is too long to read. We're not doing it.
Exactly. Even when you're ordering things, like you want it, like Amazon, like, oh, I want to get it the next day, and like all these companies now are racing to be that company who could give us what we want, which is instant gratification.
I canceled Amazon. It's been a year now,
right,
and
right.
I have to say it has been great.
Yeah.
It really has been great because it's made me look at my smaller retailers and plan ahead like we used to do.
Yeah.
I don't need to have this tomorrow, unless
Good,
it's something,
'cause that's mine.
But just because I could order it and have it here tomorrow,
Right.
that just feeds the instant gratification need
Right,
that
right.
social media presents it to ourselves. So if I think ahead and say, oh, my kid's going to need this for a class project 2 weeks, let me run down to Michael's and see if I could find this.
Yeah.
Right.
Or let me look online to see if there's a smaller retailer who could send
Right.
it to me.
Yeah.
And I have found everything I need that I would have ordered from Amazon
Etsy.
on different things, or at cheaper prices. Now, with the exception of 2 things that I ordered where I thought I was getting it from third-party retailers.
Oh, that's right.
And then they
Yeah.
ended up shipping it from Amazon.
A
and
lot of them are shipping from Amazon.
But they don't disclose it.
Yeah,
And so then
I know.
I write to them and I go, you've just lost a customer.
Yeah.
You know, in this way because of, but anyway.
Yeah.
So now I have a question for you. You don't have to answer it, just I want to keep it in your brain. Just think about it. Can you think of somebody that you know that makes you feel heard, valued, and supported? It could be something that happened once or regular.
Yeah, I know the three of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can vent to, we're always venting to each other or sharing even our joys or our concerns with each other. And I think my kids too, like I feel like they listen to me when I speak. I think we have that, you know, my kids are not teenagers,
Yes.
like yours are teenagers, so God help you.
No,
But,
my
you
kids
know,
are great.
yeah. And,
No, you said you don't want us to share.
No, I don't want to put you on the spot. That
Oh,
you
no,
didn't
I
have to.
I have an answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If you
I-
want to
I-
share, feel free.
I hope she's fine with it. Both they are, the couple, Bonnie's mom and dad.
Oh, I love.
I'm not
Bonnie,
going to
too.
get emotional right now,
Yeah.
but I did with them. They hear me, and they're such giving people. But she dropped off Bonnie last Sunday. I was just going to only have Bonnie for the day. And she reads some of my poetry and stuff that I posted on Facebook or whatever. And she goes, "How you doing?" And her asking me, "How am I doing?" The
made
tears
you cry, right?
and she goes, "Oh my goodness, I'm so," and she goes, "Carol, it's got," you know, she was like just so loving. And so they came back to pick up Bonnie. She had gone to Barnes & Noble and got me a book.
Oh, how lovely.
And it was, I forget the name of it, I have it
Oh,
in my...
yeah, you showed it to me.
Did I may
Yeah.
have mentioned it, but I told her this would be great for the podcast or whatever. And so they came in and he said, you know, he said, "Can we take our coats off?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we were talking, and I can tell, they just, they listen, listen.
They might be super communicators.
Yeah, and so I mentioned in passing, I didn't say anything, I said it to her, but I think I've gone back to, I will go to Alaska. But I was telling them that how I was doubting on going to Alaska.
Oh.
And so instead of just poo-pooing me, Bob started saying, "Is it because of the money?" I said, "Well, no." And he asked me, "Is it because of this? Is it because of," and he got me to finally say, "I can't be joyful right now for other people." And they said, you can't let that stop you. You know, basically you said the two, but we have to think this through. But they were listening to me. And I just cherish that. And they touch base with me via text and stuff. And I feel like they're genuine.
Yeah.
That's
And-
wonderful.
Yeah, and so they were just, I don't know, they listened, you know, and so, and
Yeah.
thankfully we're on the same page
Well,
too.
two of the doce uvas that I did, one of them was focusing on the good things in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't put that aside, you know, just
Right.
because sometimes we feel like, a lot of times we feel like the world is falling apart and you know, what is the future going to be like? But then I think, okay, we all are privileged.
Yeah.
When you think of it, I
No,
mean,
we
we're not
very much
wealthy
so.
people,
Very
but
much
We are
you know,
privileged.
we're
Yeah.
privileged.
If wealthy
and-
has to be like with some of the, I'm glad that I'm not wealthy.
And the other thing was to be a better listener, because sometimes we're thinking about other things and someone else is speaking to you,
Right.
and you know, and I found myself doing that. Like somebody's talking to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
That's so
I'm
easy to do.
somewhere else. So I'm really trying to focus on that. I think they're two very important things. Like we have to listen to each other.
But
And
like you said, like basically what she's saying here, which is a great subject, like you come up with these great topics, but it's like you said, it's like, you know, we want to answer right away, so we're not
Yeah.
listening.
We want
Right.
to. Well, that's one of the conversations I had, and the other thing to your point with listening, they have this great diagram. I'm a visual person, you know, and I learned, and it really got this. It says you know, you could probably relate to this when you're with kids in the house. Little ones, everyone's got a phone on or something. We could all be sitting in the same room, but everybody's doing something different, right? You know, this one's looking at this one's watching this one's listening to this, and it's the connection gets lost. And so they have this diagram. I know you can't see it. If you get the book, it's on page 13. But it says when people do things like watch movies separately, they think differently, right? Because there's different feedback. Right? You could be in the same room, but watching two different things is different. But studies show when they begin to talk about the same thing, because this is what it was going on, their thoughts align, and there's a connection there. So you put the phones down, or maybe you agree, hey, when, for not every moment that you're in the home together, but hey, for this hour, we're all going to agree, we're all going to watch what's on this show. Let's all right. You feel closer, you feel connected, because you're talking.
You're sharing that moment.
Maybe making fun of the commercials, or whatever it is. It's a connection, and I think less and less of that is happening these days, because everybody, you come to watch a movie, but how many times you've watched a movie, someone has their phone there, and they're just like scrolling through it, and like, oh yeah, there's not a connection.
You make such a good point, because there are times like I'll be watching something by myself, like, okay, and then somebody wants to watch it with me or whatever, and there is that connection, and I'll laugh even harder.
It's more enjoyable to share it.
We are social beings.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be that way. But so to hear, and I know this might be running a little longer, I just wanted to get what this book is about. If anyone wants to be a better listener or a better communicator or get your point across better, highly recommend this book.
And it's called
Supercommunicators by Charles Duhigg. He says to master the art, there's 3 types of conversations that everybody is having. And if you could figure out what kind of conversation you're having, you can learn the tools to get better at this and communicate better. The first one is learning, what's this really about? Ask your question, which is this decision-making part of our brains. Like, is this person, are we talking about something practical? Do they, they're trying to figure out what do I need to do next? Are they looking for advice? Any help with plans? Like, is this like, what are we doing Friday? Is this just a practical conversation, right? The second one is, how do we feel? Kind of conversation. That's an emotional part. That is something where somebody could be venting. They need to vent about something. They're excited about something. They're sad about something, right? To recognize what it is, because you're not going to go with a practical mindset to somebody who just is an emotional.
Yeah.
You won't connect.
Yeah.
Right. The third one is a who are we conversation. That's our social identity.
Yeah.
So those are our conversations, like things where we're trying to get our individuality across to you, where we're trying to express our beliefs or our political views, or something. There are 3 different approaches for all of these conversations. And sometimes a conversation may have all 3 elements or 2 elements, but to know when that when they interplay with each other and how to navigate it, that's what super communicators do very well.
Yeah. They also probably, I'm no super communicator, but it has to do with what I want to, my self-improvement in listening when someone's speaking to you, because a lot of times you find yourself, what am I going to say?
Well, bouncing back.
Yeah, like, okay, like she's saying this, what can I say? And now you just stopped listening to that person.
Right. I'm sorry,
and
They have something for that.
Still recording? Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
The tools are that they tell you that, because they recognize that in there too. And so the way that you listen is you're going to listen. You're going to summarize what the person said to you.
Yeah.
And then ask them, did I get that right? Okay, so what you're saying, Peggy, you're concerned that you won't have something to say in response.
Right.
So you're not really listening. Did I get that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Right, there we go. And then what that showed you is that I listened to you.
Yeah.
And so now we have a connection.
Yep.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
And I did say something.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what's funny too is when we're talking, whatever, and I have a thought, I hurry up and write it down, because I don't want to
I see you doing that all the time.
Because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep thinking this thought, because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. And
I lose them like that.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I'm not listening.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm too paranoid I'm
That's
going to
right.
lose my thought. I'm like, no, just write it down and then get back to listening.
That's a very good strategy.
It's a good strategy.
Notice I didn't do it today, but I do it.
That's okay. But I just think it's a good thing for us to, in a divisiveness, bullying, environment which we are all living right now, we're still recording, I see the red, what I'm going to
Yeah.
sum her up is, let's learn how to communicate better, and they have
Yeah.
tools for people in your family, for your life, and strangers. They have a great test on page 263 called the Fast Friends Procedure, a series of 36 questions to help gain connection with strangers.
Oh, really?
I read them, I was going to try some of them with you,
Oh,
but
you should copy them.
yeah, but
Yeah,
now
next
I know
time.
I'm busy. Next time, they're great,
Yeah.
and so I just think it's such a helpful book. I loved it, and it was very useful. But that was my topic: communicate better, not more, but communicate better.
Very good topic,
Again,
Judy. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Really?
thank you.
I
I'm
would
glad you
never-
like it.
I don't know why more people don't listen to us because we're so friggin' smart.
Oh wait, this was number.
Oh, I
I
don't know.
never say number 119. This
We've
Wow.
been doing this for a long
I
time.
forgot. I know.
Yeah.
I forgot to say
Yeah.
that. But yeah. So
119.
hope you enjoyed it. And you know what? You can always pause it and do what you
That's
gotta
right.
do, and then come back.
We'll see you at 120.
Yeah.
yeah. Not the time, but the number 120.
See you next time.
Puppies.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The puppies know it's over. I don't know how they know it.